It went from allergies to a sinus infection to bacterial meningitis. The last few months have been a blur of emergency rooms, surgery, and antibiotics for a Frenchtown family. They found themselves in the middle of a life-threatening situation, and now their community is stepping up to help them through one long journey to recovery.
Sinus infections, I mean, people have those, but to get the bacterial meningitis, I mean, Seattle said they hadn't seen a case in 30 years.
It was July, and 13-year-old Ryan Compton had summer allergies like so many of us do. But he was getting sicker and sicker in what was becoming a bit of a medical mystery, until it wasn't.
And then the next day we did an MRI, and that showed on the report, the doctor came in and was like, "You guys gotta go. You gotta go now." And so they life flighted us to Seattle.
In Seattle, doctors wasted no time in an epic fight against a life-threatening infection.
They had to end up cutting his skull out and taking it out because the infection was so bad. It was attacking his brains and his brain and his bones. And so he was missing a good portion of his skull. And it's just been a struggle every day since.
Ryan is home now wearing a helmet to protect his head until he is strong enough to have a 3D printed plastic piece to cover the part of his skull they had to remove because of that infection. He hasn't been able to go to school yet this year, but tries to keep busy.
I like to do a lot of things, like even I go outside and play with my dog, throw a ball at her for her to play with.
It's been a constant journey of medical appointments from Missoula to Seattle. Beth hasn't slept much since August. She has a constant watch on her son. The antibiotics have been very hard on his body, and they can only hope that the infection is gone. But in true Frenchtown form, the community is there. His 8th grade football team made him a member this year. The community holding a big silent auction this weekend to help the family with travel expenses. It has for sure been tough, but the Comptons are tougher.
He's a lot of my personality, and I always smile. I mean, you just always still got to try to look to the positive. That's what we try.
Now tomorrow there's a silent auction and a dinner and a benefit for Ryan and his family. It's at 5 o'clock at Benny's Frenchtown Club. A lot of cool items to be auctioned off, including a fire pit, and we just found out there's going to be live music and of course food, and the money will help with travel and medical expenses as Ryan continues to recover. There's also a GoFundMe page. All of this is linked on our webpage.